welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not
a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go! H-Chan here, they stay on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for H-Chan. You see the numbers last week for Davis. In the end, not enough to help get him the victory.
And as we look forward to this week, don't you just get the sense that he's going to get the ball a little bit more? I mean, that's just how it reads to me. I don't know how you're feeling.
Well, they talked about that with us this week. That's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run for it with H-Chan. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Dolphins sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
We'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Long. This is caught. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So,
and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Raiders nothing.
That time a 9-play drive. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. this return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. When you look at this defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
Here's Long, off the play fake. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
This one caught by Winslow. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achane. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
14 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
On first down, it's Genty. Montez Sweat with the tackle.
Ran it 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll go again with Genty. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Vegas first down. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Raiders.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit getting through. and knocking that one away.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
Raiders 7.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking will keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
2nd down and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
On play action, Allen. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
16 more yards. That's another Raiders first down.
Allen gonna throw.
And the Las Vegas first down.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Las Vegas.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Raiders 14.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Devon Achane and the offense ready to go once again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Ready?
Shreds the tackle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
19.
Operating from the gun. Long. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's another Dolphins
18,
first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Long. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Go.
They'll run. Achane. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they will take a knee here. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
14.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Allen. And he can't escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
To the air, Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
4-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Allen off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 10-year back knocks it through the goalpost. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go, set. Hop 70. Ready?
Looking to throw. Long. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Dragon 60. Panther 60.
Long now. Throwing on 4th down. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Come on. Ready,
Running right, here's Achane. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
1-yard line.
Roll. Let's go now. Ready.
Achane once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and
Achane. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Long. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start with the option. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Allen with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And he will get into the end zone, and the two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
25.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 hook.
Throwing to start the drive. Long. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Intended for number 80.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, tight end. Track him, 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Long. The kicker here is complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Long. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Dolphins could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Tucker to complete on the right side. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he is caught. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
56.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Back to throw again.
32-yard.
That's caught by Tucker. Here's 3rd and 3.
Complete to Trey Tucker. That's a gain of 5.
Here's Allen.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Allen. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
32.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into post mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for the win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 vices.
Looking to throw. Long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Ready? 60.
On 3rd down, H.M. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun. Long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They will find Winslow on the left side complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back to throw. Long. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
At the 10-yard line.
18 Roderick. Kennedy Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 12. 36 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Allen. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Raider first down.
And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.